All right, welcome back everybody. So for today we're talking about contract hierarchy. This is the third video of our demo series for Nakisa Lease Administration. So what we're going to be walking you through is actually how contracts are set up with their hierarchy, so different elements that make up the different contracts. So from here I'm just going to select my first master agreement, and I'm just going to click on the contract list. So within the contract list, we're actually able to view the list of contracts that belong to this specific master agreement. So one master agreement could have one or multiple lease contracts associated with it. So the highest level is the master lease agreement. So below that, from here, as you could see, we're able to view three different contracts. So within here, certain contracts, we have the plus sign next to them. So this means that those contracts have gone far enough to have different sub-objects belonging to them. So as you can see, the first one over here, we're still in initial status, and we're able to view that over here. Whereas the others, we're able to view that we are in operating status. So from here, as you can see, if I expand further, I'm able to view lease component. So each contract could have one or multiple lease components, and lease components are where we assign the asset classes along with the actual asset that we're leasing and the number of units. So from here, as you can see, we're able to view that we've added Honda CRV, so 10 Honda CRVs, and we've assigned it to equipment asset class, and this is the lease component that we've added. If, let's say, you had additional lease components, such as you had Honda CRV and then you had additional trucks that you were leasing under the same contract that belonged to the same lessor, so you could actually have additional lease components that you could include them underneath the same contract. So different lease components, you would typically expect them to have different terms and conditions, so different base rent, different other terms such as purchase option or prepayments, or any other terms that may be included. So once the contract is approved, if you have multiple lease components, you only have to do the approval one time at the contract level. Below that, we're able to click further in order to view the activation groups. So this is the lower level below the lease component, and actually a contract may have one or multiple activation groups. So activation groups are sort of like mini leases within the contract. So they allow you to indicate when your right of use started, and when is the actual term, and which terms and conditions are actually being exercised. So from here, as you could see, we had 10 vehicles which we're leasing. However, we're able to view from here that we received some of them on October 1st and some on November 1st. And based on this information, we decided to split them into two different activation groups. So from here, we're able to view that we have four Honda CRVs that were received on October 1st, the remaining on November 1st. So the activation group detail allows us to view this information. When did we actually expect to activate or get the asset, and then the end date over here. And based on that, we're able to view all the asset information. So this will include the asset number, reception date, and the actual status. So this is the grouping of the activation group.